This might be the most impossible ever. Mission impossible.
Oh, son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
By the sixth entry, most franchises are limping toward retirement. But Fallout throws that trend off a cliff and then follows it down in a full-speed Halo jump. With Betrayal, Plutonium, and a mustached Superman, this might be the most impossible ever. Mission impossible? You know what I'm trying to say? Is Fallout an action masterpiece, or is it just running on fumes and Tom Cruise's unholy endurance? That man runs a lot.
Gary, this one's it's pretty good.
Mission Impossible Fallout, the sixth in the franchise.
Like you said, so you're 6 films in. This you're looking, you're starting to tread water in Turdsville.
Lake Turds.
But this one does not.
No, not at all.
Real quick, Rotten Tomatoes, as I like to use, has this one at 98, almost perfect by the critics.
Nice.
And 88 with the popcorn eaters. So, yeah.
Well, let me give you a synopsis so we can remember a little bit more about this film. So, when a mission to recover stolen plutonium goes wrong, Ethan Hunt faces his most personal challenge yet. Haunted by the past and hunted by both friend and foe, Hunt must team up with the CIA assassin August Walker to stop a nuclear disaster planned by a new iteration of the Syndicate, now known as the Apostles. Loyalties blur, identities shift, and Hunt races against the clock across Paris, London, and Kashmir to prevent a global catastrophe. Christopher McQuarrie, back once again, writer and director of this one. Again, produced by Tom Cruise, J.J. Abrams, and this time Jake Myers. I don't think I mentioned the producers before, but there's that. You got Henry Cavill, or however you pronounce his name, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Coming in as August Walker. That's where the mustachioed Superman reference comes in.
Oh, I got it.
Again, Ving Rhames. You've got Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson is back as Ilsa Faust, Sean Harris is back as Solomon Lane, and now you have the CIA director Erica Sloan, Angela Bassett introduced, along with Alec Baldwin is back, and Michelle Monaghan is back as Hunt's now ex-wife, Julia Mead, and Vanessa Kirby, who's the White Widow, who's been in it before. She was in, I don't know if she's in the previous movie, but she was in the one before it.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of stuff going on in this one. The heist in this one, the main heist is rather than a single clean heist, it revolves around a series of interlocking betrayals and setups. The biggest actual heist moment is the plutonium exchange at the medical camp in Kashmir, which involves deceiving multiple parties, faking identities, and infiltrating the facility to disarm nuclear weapons mid-countdown.
That was quite a sequence there when that all happens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's a big, that whole third act of the film is nonstop, it seems like.
Yeah, it does. It really cooks along there. What was the opening sequence in this one, Gary? I'm trying to remember. I wrote down that I really liked it, but I can't remember why I liked it.
This is the problem with seeing these films back to back.
I know, that's where I'm at.
Trying to recall. I believe the opening scene was when they tried to get the plutonium in the
underground,
tunnel thing. And
okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I thought that was pretty intense. It was really good. I just couldn't remember if that was the opening scene, but
I believe so. Yeah.
The bathroom fight scene in this thing was wild.
Oh, yeah.
Like crazy wild.
Yeah.
And slight, whether it's meant to be humorous or not, Cruise, like when the dude, when the Superman bashes him in the face with his laptop, and he's like, "Now how am I supposed to scan his?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
because you can feel that.
Well, you've got Tom Cruise, who's
the
more
rivalry, but they don't get along.
Yeah, and he's more of a tactical fighter.
Yeah,
and you've got, August Walker, he's a brute in that fight. He just starts smashing shit.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, so you've got the so yeah, there is a rivalry throughout the movie with those two.
I want to say
too much about all that, but
I'll say this, and I'm pretty sure I'm in the minority here. I don't really care for Henry Cavill.
Yeah, you're. I think you're in the minority.
I know I gotta be, but like I'm watching, I was like, you just look like a tool to me. I just don't. I didn't care for this. You as Superman. I don't like you with this movie. I'm not like. I'm not saying he's horrible. I don't. He doesn't. I don't care for him at all. Like I didn't like him the minute he came on the screen. I was like, I don't like him. Whatever he is, I don't like him.
Well, there's a good reason for that in this film.
Yeah.
He's set up that way. But I personally, I like him, and I like a lot of stuff I've seen.
You have to sell me on him.
There's a couple other films we'll talk about later that
we'll talk off screen.
We'll do that for Kevin's purposes.
My one note that this one had too many double crosses for me. Like I was starting to lose track of what's going on here. Like who was actually? I'm like, what the. Like I was like, I need a program. I'm losing track of who at what point. Where are we at?
Is this the one where? Because I get confused too because there's so many. Is this the one with the? I think it is. Where they're gonna break Solomon Lane out of the armored vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. Now as we get further along,
and that was a good sequence.
Yeah, but it is one of those when you're like, you don't actually. You're not told what's going on. A lot of times these movies up to this point mostly have been, you pretty much as an audience member sort of know what's happening. Yeah, there could be a double cross here and there, but for the most part, everything's pretty straightforward. It's just like, we've plotted this out. This is how we're going to do things. And then they go awry and we have to adjust.
Yeah.
In this one, there's a couple sequences where you're unsure. You're not told that there's a plot until it's unveiled. And then once it's unveiled, you're like, oh. And yeah, I can see that because there are a few of them in here where I think as an audience member watching it, you're like, well, they didn't let me in on that one. Maybe you're more disappointed in this one because, you felt like you were a little more in sync with what was going on in the other films. And this one, they kind of pull the wool over your eyes half a dozen times, it seems like.
They do. And it gets a little convoluted with all the Angela Bassett and Cavill, and like that's like the rug just keeps getting pulled out, and then they're all systems are go. Psych. I'm like,
all right. Yeah.
Again, why do you hate this group of people so much? But yet you call on them to do everything you need.
But having said that, I still love the movie. I still thought the movie was great.
It was, like I said, that's my only bad note is it got a little too much for me.
Yeah.
But and the last note I have is this was the one where Tom Cruise broke his ankle.
Yeah.
On one of the stunts and kept going.
Yeah. Yes. When he was jumping on the rooftops in London, and the take where he actually broke his ankle is the one that's in the final cut of the film.
Yeah. It's crazy because I kept saying, I was like, oh, it's like this is the scene, and you see him hit, and then you see him hop up, and he's hobbling like he's
like,
crazy.
This is the first one that could be considered a sequel as far as continuing part of a plot from a previous film.
Okay,
this one directly does that because of the Solomon Lane character.
Yeah.
Previous one he's captured. And this one, they got to break him out. So it's funny how that kind of happens. the halo jump was real towards the earlier in the film. Cruise and his crew did over 100 jumps at 25,000 feet so they could nail that scene. And you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel like that feels real. It's weird watching movies that look, I'm going to tell you this. So after watching all of these movies, I watched a movie this weekend called The Fountain of Youth. It's on Apple TV. And it's more like a Indiana Jones-ish type thing, kind of movie set up in today's time. I still am not sure if I was tainted watching that because of these.
Yeah.
Because when you see some of these action films done so well, and then you see it in other movies that just aren't up to par, it colored my experience, I think. And that movie might be okay, but I was like,
yeah, I gotcha.
But that halo jump, man, that was a pretty intense part too. And sometimes you start watching them thinking, am I seeing, is the screen at all, or am I seeing some real stuff happening here? And that's it's pretty intense. Again, he did all of his own driving on the motorcycles, and there's a lot of crazy stunts for that in there. He learned to pilot a helicopter just so he could fly during the aerial finale in the film.
I wondered if that was really,
he did a 360 turn and dives in that film himself. Granted, I'm sure he was not alone in the cockpit.
Yeah.
But knowing that he even actually learned to pilot just so he could do some of that stuff is crazy. And then there's some rock climbing and rappelling and stuff. And a cliffside brawl that he did all the stunts for that as well.
It's wildly intense. Yeah. This is a solid movie.
Yeah. Again, great film. I think that's all my notes for stuff.
I don't have anything else. I mean, I said my notes, and even with the thing with the too many double crosses, it's still good. It's just you pay attention.
Yeah. Well,
you'll be confused until the end when it gets explained, but it's
and like I said, at least two sequences that I can recall, you have no idea what's going. Like, you don't know that something's happening until it plays out, and then you're like, oh, okay. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. These are the movies I enjoy. I like when I get fooled by something. Yeah. In that, I think that maybe is one of those things that why I like this one as much as I do. But I also, at this point, you're pretty invested in the characters.
Yeah.
There's a real relationship thing going on with Simon Pegg now with Ethan Hunt's character and all that, and they've got a real camaraderie going.
Yeah.
And all that is just still building at this point.
Well, I'm glad that finally with the last movie coming out, I'm on board. So I feel like I timing as well.
Yeah, you did.
Very timely.
Just in time.
But hey, look, it's good, man. If anybody out there like me who hasn't seen them, don't sleep on them. They're good. Put your time in. Watch these films.
Yeah. You could watch this one without watching the previous one, but if you're going to watch them at all, first of all, I suggest checking them all out from 3 on. But if you're going to dive into this one, I would watch Rogue Nation before this, just so you have a better feel for the characters.
Yeah, sure.
That are involved. So other than that, that's really all I got.
That's it, buddy. Wrap it up.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, join the Tummy Twins family, and comment below what you thought of Mission Impossible Fallout. Had to look at the title again to make sure which one we're on.
Exactly.
Say bye, Andy.
Bye.
And Gary are coming to you with a new movie they like to review. Whether they liked it or you will soon see by their rating amounts of poo or TP. They rate things different than other shows. The higher the amount, the more it blows. Flick flops are unfiltered reviews of all of the movies we chose to view. We love some and other we've simply hated. You can find out by how much we rate
This has been a Touch of Madness production, brought to you by the creative minds at Tommy Twins Media.